Today we are going to do ama tests ahlukahlukene for convergence and divergence. So the first test esizoyenza-ke is known as a P-series test. So this is a P-series test. So a P-series test is kind of similar to a test a geometric series because a P-series is almost like a geometric series. A P-series, how does it look like? We have got a sum of 1 over n to the power of p, and then this is a sum to infinity from n is equals to 1 until n is equals to infinity. So makungenzeka ukuthi you are finding the sum of a pattern that is given by u1 over un to the power of p. Sikhumbuleni ukuthi un wethu, it is the position, right? It represents the position of the term. For example, if I say ukuthi I've got a 1 over n squared, if I say ukuthi the value of an is 1 over n squared, this is a p sequence. So the moment ngifaka isum kanjena, I'm finding in the p series. Sayibona into kanjalo ngisho. So in p series, you simply have n raised to the power of an integer. So basically, whatever number that you have p here, it will, or not really an integer, but it is n raised to the power of p. So sibona kanjani ukuthi a p series is convergent or is divergent? We look at the exponent that we have, which is the value of p. If it happens ukuthi the value of p, so if it happens that the value of p is greater or equal to 1, or let's just say greater than 1 alone. So if the value of p esitholayo that the exponent is greater or equal to 1, sithi our p series yenza njani? Iyaconverge. So this means that it converges. So it means if the exponent that we are raising this n to the power of is a number enkulu kuno 1, like greater than, then we are going to say that the p series converges. But if the value of p is less or equal to 1, the p series must diverge. So this is diverging. So it's a p series test again. So a p series test is simple. You just need to look at the what? You look at the exponent to which you are raising n wabo. Mawuthi n, you are raising it to a number that is greater than 1, it converges. If it's a number that is less than 1, it diverges. Or that is less or equal to 1, then it diverges. Okay, so if it happens ukuthi mhlambe you have got a, trying to find examples, but if p series is as simple as it says. If we have got the series given by 1 over n to the power of 1.3, and then they say this is the infinite series from n is equals to 1. So siyabona sonke ukuthi this is a p series angisho. Yes, because we have got 1 over n raised to the power of a number. So this exponent, we are about, is it greater or less than 1? If it's greater than 1, for this one, 1.3, is it greater than 1? It's greater than 1, angisho. So we can say that this p series, converge, it converges. So this is a convergent p series. So it can also happen with you don't always have O1 on top. You can have maybe On to the power of negative 0.32. This is still a p series. Yeah, it's still a p series because On to the power of negative exponent kanjena is the same thing as saying this is the sum of n 1 over 1 over n to the power of 0.32. Because makuyi exponent a negative, it simply means uthini, this n power is in the denominator. Sayibona ngisho. So ngamanye amazwi, this is still a p series. So when you are given in this format, treat it as a p series and try to find out ukuthi the exponent onayo in this standard form, is it going to be greater or equal to 1 or less than? In this case, this one is less or equal to 1, so we can say it's what? It's a divergent. Yeah, it's simply that, nothing much about it. What about Len? Let's say the p series given by square root of n. So p series angisho Len. Yeah. So if we want to express it as an actual p series in this format, I would say even 1 over n to the power of p. Izofana nobani the square root of n? 1 over ban, n to the power of ban, negative 1 over 2, right? So I want to say square root of n can be expressed as n to the power of ban 1 over 2, right? Because remember, the p series has to do with n raised to the power of an exponent. So when I square root wakho lo, you convert it to be n or raised to the power of ban 1 over 2. But for it to actually be a p series, this n must be in the what? In the denominator. So n raised to the power of 1 over 2 can be written as 1 over n to the power of negative 1 over 2. Because once you have got this negative exponent, it means we see lo n raised to the power of minus 1 over 2, magaya phezulu in the numerator, it becomes n raised to the power of positive 1 over 2. So ngamanye amazwi, this one is a what? Is a convergent or it's a divergent one, right? Minus 1 over 2 is the exponent and it falls clear range lay. It is below 1. So we can say that this is a divergent P-series. Yeah, that's it about a P-series, nothing much. So a P-series test, you are simply testing for a convergence or a divergence. It can tell you convergence or it can tell you a divergence depending on the value of P, which is the exponent. All right. The second test, it is the test for geometric series. We are just overviewing it. What we last time. We need to remember each geometric series test. How do we see each geometric series is convergent or divergent? How do we see that a geometric series or a geometric series is convergent or is a divergent geometric series? What do we use to see that? Mass geometric series. Value R, yes, is the ratio of the geometric series. So the constant ratio, you look at the constant ratio. So if you've got a geometric series given by this, the absolute value of R must be less than 1. If the absolute value of R is less than 1, you can say this one is a what? It's a convergent geometric series. But if it happens that the absolute value of R is greater than 1, then it happens in a divergent geometric series. The absolute value of R is less than 1. What does that mean about R? What is R? What must be OR? Must know absolute value of R is less than 1. OR must be between minus 1, no 1. OR must be greater than negative 1, OR must be less than 1. So if a ratio is something like 1 over 2, 1 over 4, something, as long as we number, I'm sure a ratio is the one that is raised to the power of n minus 1 or of n. So basically, if that ratio is a number between minus 1 and 1, it's definitely convergent. But must the absolute value of R is greater than 1. It should be near ratio length. What does it mean about the ratio? Absolute value of R is greater than 1. OR must be what? Must be greater than 1, Angish. Or OR can be what? Less than negative 1. So if it happens, you see, if value a ratio, it is a number that is greater than 1. You have got a geometric series given by 2 raised to the power of n times 4. This is a geometric series with a ratio E2, right? And U2 is a number that is greater than what? Than 1. So if the ratio is greater than 1, or if it's a number that is less than negative 1, you have got negative 5 raised to the power of n minus 1 times 4. The geometric series ratio is minus 5. So minus 5 is a number that is less than what? Minus 1. So this has to be divergent. So this is convergent, and then this other one is divergent. So each geometric series when there any problems because we did it last time, by the way. I'm just revisiting all the tests as sober now. Then again, let's go now to a series test and start with a comparison test. Yeah, series test. So let's start with a comparison test. Comparison test. All right. So a comparison test, you are comparing you are comparing two sequences. You're comparing two sequences, okay? And you want to try and see which one is divergent, which one is convergent. But how do you do that? We are going to have two sequences, and one of them is AN, and another sequence is BN. So you have got two sequences, u-AN nobani no-BN. But u-AN no-BN, lama sequences awu-2, you are actually getting them from ubani, kahle u-BN umthola from ubani, u-AN. So kahle we say ukuthi u-BN, you got it here. Angazi ngibhalike kanjalo. U-BN, you got it from ubani? From u-AN. So u-BN, you got it from u-AN. Kanjani-ke, for example, if I were to give you something like this and I say ukuthi I'm giving you the sum of u1 over n squared plus n, kanjani, right? So we say this is u-AN wethu, ngisho this is the sequence that we are finding isum yayo ngisho. So this is the value kabani ka-AN. And then again, njengoba sine-sum kanjena and we want to try to attempt to do a comparison test. It means ukuthi we know ukuthi the value of AN, it is the original sequence given by 1 over n squared plus n. This is ubani? This is u-AN. Yini ozoyenza-ke wena? From u-AN you are going to extract ubani? U-BN. Sayibona ngisho. Yeah, so from u-AN we are going to extract ubani? U-BN. Usually, how do we extract u-BN wakho? Noma how do you choose ukuthi uzokhipha u-BN kanjani? I-comparison test usually works if you have got only one denominator or one numerator and two denominators abano n. Sayibona ngisho. Like for example, you're having one numerator which is u1 and two denominators, one of them uno n squared, another uno n. So P-series test, when you want to extract u-BN wakho, try to take the numerator and say out of the denominator with the highest significance. Okay, asikhulumeni nge-significance. Masingathi siyaqhathanisa lama terms wethu wonke ano n angisho in the denominator. And this one is n squared, this one is n. So u-n squared, we say it is more significant if we are adding up i-series yethu than ubani? Than u-n. Why kunjalo? Obviously u-n squared is a number squared angisho. But u-n is just the number itself. So which one tends to be bigger than the other? U-n squared. So ngamanye amazwi, for all values of n, u-n squared will always be greater than ubani? Than u-n. And the term that we use, we say u-n squared is significant than ubani? Than u-n. So basically, your bn, always sequence oyithathayo from the original an, you must take that common numerator and then you say over the most significant term. In this case, the most significant term yethu ubani lapho? U-n squared. Okay, abantu abake bafika kuma sessions wami. What is the simplest way of doing this problem if you don't want to do a comparison test? A simpler one. Nje nizoveni comparison test nje immediately. How guys, asazi into kanje? Bathula abantu. Hayi ke. First, can you not use partial fractions here? How manje? Why don't you just simplify this to be like 1 over n into n plus 1, and then you do partial fractions and then you solve it. You must still get the same thing. So try your best to see mawubona ngathi i-test enye iyaqala. Try to look for all the simplest methods that you have done so far. Ngisho partial fractions, they were simpler, right? Yeah, they were simpler than what we are doing now. So you can also use partial fractions for this particular problem. Kodwa ngenxa yokuthi mina I want to introduce a comparison test. I want us to know if you are having a numerator, one numerator, and then you are having two denominators, bonke bano n, then what can you try to do? You can try to say, I'm going to create a new sequence u-bn whereby I take a numerator over the most significant term. Sayibona ngisho. Angisho sesiyazi most significant usho ukuthini manje. Yeah, so I'll be using lawo magama wo most significant. So into ozoyenza ke lawo, you are now going to compare u-an no bn. Yabo. You are now going to compare u-an no bn. Now, when you are comparing u-an and u-bn, if it happens that u-an is less or equal to u-bn, so if it happens with the sequence u-an is less or equal to ubani? To u-bn, then you are going to say ukuthi the series whereby we are adding u-bn is going to be a convergent series. is convergent. And then you are going to say that the series whereby we are adding an is going to be, is it convergent? Convergent, yeah, both convergent. So both of them are convergent. So you have created an work with the original, OPN you have extracted it. Then you compare with which one is bigger than the other for all values of n. If when they would say OPN is greater than ubani or equal to an, then both of them, they are what? They are convergent series. So mouse and the series ga BN, the series ga AN, all of them, they must be what? Convergent. Provided that UAN unjani mncane or ulingana nobani no BN. But if it happens that you have got a UA which is greater or equal to UBN, then what will this mean? For all values of n, of course, I won't write the entire statement. It means we see both of them, they are divergent. Both of them are divergent. So the sum of UBN terms and the sum of UAN terms are all divergent, no matter they are both divergent. So it should say when you are doing a comparison test, you can either get both your sequences, they are convergent, normal both of them, they are what? They are divergent. You will never have a case whereby one of them is convergent and even divergent. No. So mawenza a comparison test, you have your AN, you have got your BN. You compare which one is bigger than the other. In this case, as yes comparing land, OAN wethu is 1 over n squared plus n. They say UBN is 1 over n squared. Which one is bigger than the other, UAN or UBN? UAN angisho. Sibona ngani, how did you see that AN is bigger than UBN land? Lana ke, if we look at the lotunjani here, if we look at the denominator, ine sibonayo la. It's no n squared plus n angisho. But UBN, our denominator is only n squared. Okay, asibukeni. Which one will grow bigger than the other? Asibukeni. Sithi asiqale nje kuma denominator singakabuyi the entire thing. n squared plus n, when we are comparing it to n squared, which one is bigger? N squared plus n angisho. Because this is n squared plus n phezulu. So if your n is equals to 1, then this is 1 squared plus 1, that's 2. But logs over 1 squared kuphela kubo 1. So this one will remain bigger for all values of n. Even if you put 10, 10 squared is 100 plus 10 is 110 angisho. But this one will only be 10 squared kube 100 alone. So this denominator, so we can say the denominator n squared plus n is always greater. Not equal or equal to that, is always greater than ubani, than n squared. For what? For all values of n. So whatever values of n ozowafaka la, denominator le ethi n squared plus n izohlezi inkulu kunobani kuno n squared alone. Sayibona ngisho leyo nto. Because lena uya add u-n phezulu. So now the thing is, we now need to look at our original sequence. Our original sequences, they are given in form of a fraction. So this means UAN would have a what? A bigger denominator than ubani, than UBN for all values of bani of n. Because the denominator ka AN siyabona is n squared plus n, so it's going to be a bigger denominator than ubani, than UN squared angisho. So for all values of n, we know the denominator n squared plus n is always greater than the denominator n squared. Let denominator eka AN angisho lena, lena eka bani, eka BN. Now, since this is a fraction, still having the common numerator, that's why you must have a common numerator so that you compare. You cannot compare them if this is 2 on top. Okay, we need a common constant numerator on both these two. So, if this one is a bigger denominator and this one is a smaller denominator for all values of n, which fraction will be bigger? No matter which value of which value of the sequence will be bigger between AN or BN? OPN, right? Exactly. So into 18, if you have got 1 over 100, right? This is your BN. And you have got 1 over 110, which is your AN. angisho. So if n is equals to 10, ngizofaka n la u10 angisho. This will be 10 squared plus 10. This will be 110. This is the value kabani lena eka an le. If n is equals to bani is equals to 10, right? For bn, its denominator yakhe, if I put u10 here where there is the denominator, 10 squared, it will give me ubani 100, right? And this is going to be 1 over 100. That is the value of bn for n is greater, or for n is equals to 10. So masiqhathanisa la 1 over 100 no 1 over 110, which one is bigger than the other? 1 over 100 is bigger. Remember, the smaller the denominator, the bigger the fraction. That's why my fractions, they are used to express the inverse proportion. Because the bigger this number, the smaller the entire fraction. So here, bn weight will always be bigger than an for all values of n. So I can just say, from this, I can conclude and say, the value of bn will always be bigger, or you can say the value of an just to correspond la. The value of an will always be smaller than bn. Yeah. Now, thing is, we now have this. We can locate it now. An is less than bn, right? But asibuze thina, if an is less than bn, both must be convergent. So akwenzeki ukuthi enye ibe convergent, enye ibe njani? Be divergent. Both must be convergent, noma both must be divergent for this other scenario. So lana ke masithi siyabuka an wethu, remember ukuthi it is 1 over n squared plus n, right? And we say that this is always smaller than 1 over bani n squared. So mangathi ngiyabuza mina at this point, an is the one that we are trying to look for angisho, because ahlahle sizama ukutesta i-convergence of ubani of an, the original one. So mangathi ngiyabuza mina, because this condition is met, right? So ngamanye amazwi mina ngithi I expect both these two to be what? Convergent. Ngathola a1 ukuthi i-divergent, should say I don't continue the test. The test cannot work for that particular thing. So mina, according to what I found here, an is less than bn. So I need to go and try to make sure with bn no an bonke, they will make a convergent infinite series. Asibuke an ilo ngimfunayo angimazi. But bn ngakwazi ukuthola i-convergence yakhe lona. Uyini bn? P series, right? Yes, bn is a P series. And P series, the convergence, you determine it using the exponent to which n is raised to. So in this case, this is the value of P for our P series. And P weights, what does it indicate? Convergent, because say if P is greater than 1, if P is greater than 1, then it means this is going to be a convergent P series. And 2 is greater than 1. So this one is a convergent P series. So this is a convergent P series. So iyahambisana inento esishoyo lapha ukuthi if an is less than bn, then bn and an, their sums, they must be convergent series noma convergent sums. Corresponda yini? An wethu wenza njani? Uyaconverge ngisho. So this is corresponding bn njalo. Bn wethu is converging, and in this case we showed it ukuthi bn wethu wenza njani? Convergent series. Because whether it's a P series, right? So if we put the sum here, if we put the sum on this one and we put the sum on an, this one will be convergent. And this condition is true nakhona. So it means this one must also be convergent now. Because bonke baba convergent together or baba divergent together. So when I enter the first thing, you compare them. It's a comparison test. You compare an no bn. Which one is bigger than the other? If an is less than bn, the next thing you need to make sure that one of them is convergent. Then the other one is convergent automatically. If we are told to bn wako is a convergent P series, automatically no an must also be what? A convergent series. But if when the L2 1 over n squared wako is diverging, is a divergent one, then you cannot continue the test. Because the test le 18, A is less than B can only suit convergent, no convergent pair. And then if an is greater than bn, then it can only suit in i-divergent pair and nothing else. So be careful, since this is uthula when you're doing a comparison test. Number one thing, you compare them. Bese ke le inequality oyitholayo after comparing them, you refer to that. You in the exam angeke uzo-refer, you must know it by head. So you refer to your head, to your mind, which one is the correct condition. If the condition is AN is less than BN, into a checker next is to say one of them at least must be convergent. If one is convergent, then the other is convergent. But yakecha la yathi BN is divergent, then automatically don't continue the test. It won't correspond to anything. So be careful on this one. Make sure that you test two things. So you can say therefore, the series got AN. I'm sure we were testing with AN, right? The original one. This series is convergent because its partner series now is also convergent. So its partner series 1 over n squared is convergent, and it suits perfectly the condition S9. Please make sure to satisfy on condition 2. Ungalenze phutha lokuthi once wabona sekunje so conclude on convergent. No, this must be met. Number 2, this must be met, and then automatically this is correct. Even for the second condition, if it happens that OAN is greater or equal to BN, if this condition is met, must compare ama sequences wako in terms of the size, then you must look for one of them to be divergent. So this one must be divergent. Automatically AN nazo banjani is divergent. Unga reverse inequality la, if AN is less or equal to BN, and you find out that one of them is divergent, ungayi-force to size ngapha, because this is saying AN is greater or equal to bani? To BN. So please make sure that you be careful lapha. Iyezwakala kodwa into engisho yini? Alright, so one restriction, your AN and BN must always be positive numbers. They must always be greater than 0. If it's less than 0, it won't be able to work. I'm sure you know some negative numbers, they act opposite, right? Yeah, like positive 100 is bigger than 0, but 0 is greater than negative 100. So angeke sizokwazi compare with negative numbers. So we need to have the values of the terms AN and BN to always be positive numbers. That way we can be able to compare them. Both of them, Jal, they must be both positive, always positive. Yeah. So let's do another example as well, just to make sure that we cement the comparison test and then say rule. If we have got the infinite series from n is equals to 1 of 1 over 2 to the power of n minus 1, right? Lana, you try to strategize. Sinama series test amaning, sisazowenza abo limit comparison test. We are still going to do our ratio test, our root test. So how do you know which one to pick? I'm giving you hints. How do you know when to use the comparison test? You have got one numerator. You have got two denominators. Always that's the case. You had one numerator, two denominators. Into yenzayo, you say that this is your AN. That's your original sequence that you are finding isamiyayo. Or that is the original pattern of this series. So, lana you are having 1 as one numerator and you are having 2 denominators. Sekumele ukhande in manje, you must try your best to make ubani uBN makunjani. First of all, you try partial fractions. In the previous question, you can do partial fractions. If you have the partial fraction, try a comparison test. Let's just call it comparison test for now, right? So at this point, we realized AN weight is given by 1 over 2 to the power of n minus 1. And BN is given by what? BN weight, if we try to make BN from that thing, so it's 1 over 2 to the power of n again. Yes, why did we pick 1 over 2 to the power n? Why is it 1 over negative 1, the other denominator? we take the significant term angisho. So in this case, u2 to the power n will always be significant than ubani than u-1 because u-1 is constant, it never changes as abo n beshintsha. But lana, if you put different values of n, actually this is going to infinity, you see you are increasing the values of n. So u2 to the power n will always be a greater number. It will always be significant over ubani over u1. That is why we make this one to be insignificant. Sibhala lo kuphela. Siyayibona into kanjalo ngisho. We make this one to be insignificant, we only write this one. Okay? So, an versus no bn wethu. Now, at this point, can you be able to compare these fairly? Asiboneni, can we try to compare them without using limits before we say when do we use our limits? Masingathi compare an no bn. Asiboneni, u2 to the power n minus 1, that's not 2 to the power n. Let's just compare the denominators themselves. See attempt comparison test. Yiphi denominator that will always be greater here? 2 to the power n minus 1 angisho. Really? So this one, sino minus 1 futhi la. Right? Okay, asibone sakhuluma ngama denominator kuphela, right? Let's compare the denominators. U2 to the power n minus 1 no 2 to the power n, which one will always be greater? 2 to the power n, right? So u2 to the power n will always be greater than 2 to the power n minus 1. Because now we are minus, you are always removing a value, right? So this one will always be a bigger denominator, right? And this one will always be the smaller denominator. So if this is a bigger denominator, then ubn, the entire fraction, becomes a what? A smaller fraction than ubani, than an. So we can say that our bn there is smaller than an, or we can say our an is bigger than ubani, than bn for all values, right? Now, let me show you why you will try this one and it will fail. So when you come here, sinayi condition set an is bigger than bn angisho. Let's uyithola from here. But now remember, you need to meet two things. An must be greater than bn. Uphinde ubukuthi one of them must diverge. You must be able to determine a1 yenza njani iya diverge. Then automatically yenza njani iya diverge na. Asibukeni. Can you determine any one of these ukuthi iya diverge? Let's start with an. Can you determine iya diverge like right off? No, because ile sifunayo vele, otherwise we would have just concluded from the beginning. Bn, can you determine whether it's divergent or convergent? Yes, it's divergent angisho. Sibona ngani? Convergent. 1 over 2 to the power n. Yes, it's convergent. How do we see? I want to know. The value? Geometric series test. Okay, so when you do a geometric series test, Lana, we realize that our ratio, this one is the geometric series UPN, and it's having a ratio of 1 over 2. So this is 1 over 2 to the power of n. So see, low 1 over 2 to the power n, you have no 1 over 2 all raised to the power of n. Because 1 raised to the power of n will still be 1. 2 raised to the power of n will be this. So this is the ratio for your geometric series. So each geometric series, if it's having this ratio of 1 over 2, this ratio falls between ubani, between u minus 1 no 1, indicating that this is a convergent geometric series. So it's a convergent geometric series. Alright, so we have two things here. Sino an is greater than bn. Siphinde sibe nani, sibe ne-fact ukuthi ubn is a what? It will form a convergent geometric series if you do sum to infinity. Now asibuke ngale sibona ukuthi siya-corresponda in lokho. An is greater than bn. We have satisfied the condition angisho. Asibuke-ke, ubn no an, both of them, they must form ama-divergent series. Ubn wethu sithole bani lapha? They are converge. So you cannot continue with the comparison test. Ingakho it is very sensitive. You check both conditions if they are met. The first condition is met. An wakho is greater than ubani? Than bn. That is the first condition. Now, what condition must be met? One of these must be divergent. Then the other one automatically, you can say, therefore, now yenza njani? Ya diverge. Lana-ke, wenzile ubn wakho wabona ukuthi it's a geometric series with a ratio of 1 over 2. indicating that is a what? It's a convergent geometric series. So if it's a convergent geometric series, you cannot really say, okay, it's convergent again. Ngalena say it must be what? Divergent. So you cannot continue with the test, the comparison test. But there is another version, your comparison test, that makes it easier when you are having a contrast. So I'm just going to wrap off the statement because as well as we seven test the so but it will still requires to have AN, no BN. So it's no AN, it's no BN. So since no AN, no BN, we've got another version, a comparison test, a series the limit comparison test. It still behaves similar to a comparison test because we apply magunjan if you've got one numerator and two denominators. And then you just create a new sequence of BN. So it can still, that's why we still call it a comparison test, because you're having AN, no BN. But the normal comparison test, because AN, yes, it was greater than BN, but this one was not divergent as the instruction was saying. So my divergent, you cannot continue then. You have to use another version of a comparison test, the limit comparison test. So a limit comparison test, you now have, with limit comparison test, you are now going to try and find the limit as n goes to infinity of the ratio of AN over BN. That is the basic definition of a limit comparison test. You find the limit of the ratio of AN over BN. Usumkhandile AN wako is the original one. BN wako is the one that you have extracted, the one with the most significant denominator. So you have got limits of AN over BN. If you solve the limiting, you have to try and see what the value of the limit ilingana nobani. If the value of the limit, okay, so let's just give the limit value as C, and then when our deductions are utula. If the value of the limit C, the limit of AN over BN, if we a value that is greater than 0, if you're going to find a value that is greater than 0, a value like a finite value, you must get a number, not to infinity, you must get in a number that is greater than 0. Then you are going to say all of them, they both converge. So both AN and BN will have AMA series such that they all converge or they all diverge. Will converge or diverge. Alright, so lana a limit comparison test, you find the limit of the ratio for AN no BN. And if it happens with a low limit or solvable, it is greater than 0, right? Then it means if one converges, then the other will do what? Will converge as well. So lena ice-limiting kakhulu ice-limiting lama condition ukuthi AN must be greater, strictly greater than BN for this to be divergent. Because it's limited la pass at all to BN convergent, and we couldn't proceed again. So the limit comparison test, it doesn't limit us to inequality to say to AN mkhulu noma mncane. That doesn't matter. What matters is the value of the limit and the other series with yenzani. The value of the limit, if it is greater than 0, then both of them will converge or they will diverge. But if you get a number that is less than 0, a negative number, don't proceed with the test. The limit must be greater than 0. It must be a finite number, a positive number. So, if we do the limit, for example, we say the limit as n goes to infinity of AN weight, we say it's given by 1 over 2n minus 1, right? 1 over 2 to the power of n minus 1. We are dividing it by BN, right? But this is like dividing by BN over 1 over 2 to the power of n. But it's a bit clumsy. So ngizoyibhala as a reciprocal. So let me write it as a reciprocal here to make things a bit less clumsy. So this is times 2 to the power of n over 1. Is it correct? Yes. It's like an over bn, and then you do the reciprocal. So here you are having a limit of n as n goes to infinity of 2 to the power of n over 2 to the power of n minus 1. Now you have to analyze it. As n goes to infinity, no matter as n becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, what will be the value of our limits lapha? What will be the value of our limit as n becomes bigger and bigger and bigger? What mathematical simplification can we do? If you want to split the denominator, do you want to split the denominator? Can that happen in math? Split the denominator. In a splitter, numerator, we can only split it x plus y over 2 can be the same thing as x over 2 plus y over 2, right? Times 1 over 2. Okay. Boy. 1 over 2. No, 1 over 2. 1 over? Okay. Let's just rewrite the limit here too. And then if we do that, 2 no 2 will cancel, right? 2 to the power n will cancel. So no 1 peso. And then here, 2 to the power n will cancel with this one again. So no 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power of n. Simplified. Hey, I'm a mathematician. Now, you have to analyze the limit here. You have to evaluate the limit up. How do we find the limit there as n goes to infinity of 1 over 1 minus 2 to the power of n? 1. Why? N will go to infinity, yeah? 1 minus 0. So this term, as n goes to infinity, this term is 0. Sibona ngani? How do we see that? How do you justify the fact that the term will become 0 as n goes to infinity? N wethu la exponent yale denominator ngisho. So this is like 1 over 2 to the power of n. Asimbukeni yena senze ilimit yakhe nje alone. If we do the limit as n goes to infinity, in other words, we are trying to say the value of n, no matter the value of the exponent, is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. That was the limit means. So mangizoti 2 to the power of 1, that is for term 1, right? 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3. What do I observe? 2 to the power of 1 is 2. 2 squared is going to be 4, right? 2 cubed is going to be 8. So the more we increase this exponent to n, that means n is going to infinity. The more n equal, 2 to the power of 20. It means the value becomes bigger and bigger. So as n goes to infinity, the entire denominator will become bigger and bigger and bigger. And if the denominator keeps on increasing, our fraction, it is going towards 0 at a constant numerator. Yeah. So it's like saying you are finding a limit of 1 over n. If n becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, the entire fraction goes towards 0. So here we are going to just, we don't have to write our statements, but this is, if we evaluate limit 1, it's just going to be 1. Limit 1 will be 1 minus 0. And then this will be 1. So your limit is 1. And 1 is a positive number. 1 is a number that is greater than 0. So now it says if this condition is met, then both of them, they can either converge or they can diverge. So this one is met already. Asibukeni ukuthi ayikho yini esingayithola between an no bn, convergence no divergence. Ikhona ngisho. Sesiyitholile already, which is ubani? UBN. We found out that UBN is a geometric series, right? And the geometric series that is formed from UBN would give us a convergent sum. Is a convergent Sesikuprovile lokho because we found out ukuthi the ratio is 1/2. Angisho, which is a number between ubani, u1 no -1. Sayabona leyo nto angisho. So we already know u-Bn wethu kanjani uya-converge. And we also know that the limit that we found is a what? Is a positive number. Then we can conclude to An will also do what? Will also converge. Because both conditions are met. But with comparison test, sikaxelela phaya ingathi sithi thina u-Bn is convergent. Bona bebafuna ubani? U-divergent. Then we couldn't use it anymore. So for this one, we would have to come and say ukuthi, therefore, the original series given, it was 1/2 to the power of n minus 1, is a convergent one. Why is it convergent? Because u-Bn ya-converge. Because 1/2 to the power of n also converges. And also the limit that we get is greater than ubani? U0. Now, these are the two conditions that you need. So this one is convergent. Why? Is because this one is convergent and also the limit is greater than 0. So if the limit is greater than 0, one of them is convergent, then the other one automatically is convergent. It's a limit comparison test. We say when somehow you cannot choose the first one, the first comparison test. Easy stuff, right? You do problems. Hey, I won't do many problems. Tutorial in EP. Where is your tutorial? But you guys will give me problems from your tutorial as we finish. Yeah, you guys will pick problems at the end, and so ends. But now, we need to finish Lama test now today. Test for divergence. So as the test for divergence again. So the test for divergence we did it last time. That is if it happens that the limit of An, now we are not comparing anything. We just need An weight, the original sequence. If the limit of An is a non-zero number, it's a finite non-zero number, then you can say the series of An to infinity from n is equals to 1 diverges. Then as I introduced last time, that if you look for the limit of An An's kumbuleni is the sequence and it's the general term. So if you look for the limit of the general term and you find out it is a non-zero number, maybe you find 4 no 5 or anything, then you can say that series is diverging. So just do only one example since we're in the science already. We're not gonna dwell too much on it. You are given infinity there, and then you've got n is equals to 1. You've got n squared minus 1 over n squared plus n. Angibuze, can you apply a limit or can you apply comparison test line? No. Why is that? Denominator in numerator to say there's 2 angisho. Yes. We just need only one thing, one constant in the numerator that doesn't change. Okay? So now you are having this, and then you want to try and test for its divergence. Yeah. Must we test its divergence? We need to remember that lona is uban An weights angisho lona. Yes. That's our general term uban An. So what do you need to do now? You need to try and find out the limit An of this general term. Is it a 0 or it's a non-zero number? So if you do the limit of An as n goes to infinity, this will be the limit as n goes to infinity of n squared minus 1 over n squared plus n. Ascend then the limit quick. In a sense, how do we evaluate this limit? So divide by the highest power, right? Yes. So in this case, in the denominator, the highest power will n squared, right? So you're going to divide this by n squared, divide this by n squared, divide this by n squared, and also this by n squared. Because that's the highest power in the denominator. That's just your calculus 1 typical stuff. So you divide to n squared by n squared, you're gonna get 1. Divide minus 1 by n squared, you're gonna get minus 1 over n squared, right? Divide to n squared by n squared, you get 1, and divide this by n squared, you get 1 over n, right? Isn't it? Is it correct, Nje? Alright. And then now you just evaluate the limit on each and every portion. So the limit of 1 as n goes to infinity, limit of a constant, you know, is just going to give us 1 angisho. Limit of negative 1 over n squared, what is it going to give us? 0 angisho. Do you still remember the identity from first year level? Limit of 1 over x to the power of n as n goes to infinity is equal to 0. So if it depends what you have got n, it's either you can make a setup like x to the power of n, but as long as your denominator keeps on growing and growing and growing, the fraction approaches 0. It's an identity. So again, this is going to be 0. Here, the limit of 1 is just going to give us 1, and this one is also going to give us 0, according to the same identity. If n becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, if the denominator keeps on growing, this fraction will become 0. That's the identity. So this is equal to 1. So to the limit of an, we found out the limit of an as n goes to infinity is equal to 1. Umbuzo ke uthi, what does this tell us about this divergent angisho? Because this is a test for divergent. Once nje wenza limits of an, you are testing for any divergence. If you get 1, if you get a number that is not equal to 0. So if the limit yakho, which is the limit of an as n goes to infinity, is a non-zero number, you can say therefore an wakho is what? Is divergent. So in this case we found out that an weight is divergent. So this one is a divergent series. So this series of n squared minus 1 over n squared plus n is divergent. Because the limit of an is giving us a non-zero number. If uzothola u0, what does it mean? It means not divergent. Not divergent. Doesn't necessarily mean it's convergent. Yeah, let's try. That's why we call it a test for divergence. So let's try to lean more towards divergent. So wathola u0 la kule limits len. It doesn't necessarily mean it will be a convergent series. Yeah. You are gonna say it's not divergent. You find out later on with what is the other state between divergent and convergent. There can be multiple states, but for now, just say it's not divergent. Mount to an limit is 0. So, but 2 plus cos k. 2 plus cos k over the top k plus 1. Kanje. Alright, this one is a bit simpler, right? Why is it simple? We have one denominator, so we can split in numerator. We can split like the terms of the numerator in such a way that you have got 2 over square root of k plus 1, and then you also have got cos k over square root of k plus 1. Then you evaluate them independently. Lena monga evaluator lena is not going to be that much complex to evaluate them. If you try to do a test for divergence, you increase k lana, this becomes a bigger number no matter what. And magnet square root will still become a bigger number. So it means this tends towards 0. So it cannot be divergent then. But you have to do some other test. Also, method work. We'll see it Is it part of our tutorials when we have to solve it later on? Don't worry, we'll definitely solve it. But in the meantime, this makes it easier for you because you've got one common denominator. You've got one common denominator. But what other methods on our seventies? Because a limit won't work for you. Okay, which one was AN, which one was BN? Yeah. One over root K plus 1 is going to be OPN. Alright, so it means that he treated this like times 1. Okay, man, I'm trying to get the idea. That's oddly satisfying, but this actually tells us mhlambe comparison mhlambe siyithathela kancane sazobona amanye ama-possible combinations. Can I save it? I won't delete it njengamanje. I will save it la. So ibuka kahle after we are done with each and every other combination. Mhlambe you can find a better one ezoyisolve le nto besides a comparison. Alright, yeah, that's the test for divergence, right? Now, this one is interesting, integral test, right? Integral test. Alright, so integral test. Sikhumbuleni ukuthi ama-sequences wethu, u-AN bethu, we can definitely express them as functions angisho. Sakhumbula ngisho at first ngekade sikhuluma i-concept ye-convergence ukuthi masithi kuya-converger, what's happening angisho? It's a function. U-AN can be represented as a what? As a function. So please revisit leyo session, I posted it as a video. So u-AN can be written as a function, right? U-AN can be written as a function, but it's fine, let's just call it a function f of x. So if you are given u-AN wako and you want to try to use the integral test, right? You can treat u-AN wako as a function. Once you see that value AN wako is an expression that is easy to integrate, then you can easily do it, because integral test, it can either give you any a convergence or a divergence, both of them. So even on that problem that we omitted here, man, if you think what you can compute this integral, if you can find the integral of this, you can be able to conclude this is convergent or divergent. Now it will depend on your integrating skills. But as long as you find it easy to integrate to AN wako, then you can say you can be able to find if it's converging or it's a diverging one. So I'll take an example here. If you are given, for example, the sum to infinity from n is equals to 1 of 1 over n squared plus 1. This one is easy to integrate again. It's an easy to integrate expression. So lo AN wethu lo, we can turn it into a function of x. For AN, we can turn it into a function of x given by f of x is equal to 1 over x squared plus 1 plus 1. So you just replace UN with UX because you just want to plot it using UX and Y Cartesian plane. So f of x is 1 over x squared plus 1. Then you find the integral. So you find the integral from n is equals to 1 until we infinite. Because khumbuleni ka calculus 2 you learned with ama integrals, they are actually coming from a Riemann sum angisho. So those two are interchangeable. Konje sathi thina integral sisuke sithola isum kanjani? Who can connect integral and the sum? Tell me the connection between integral and the sum. What connects those two? Partial sum. Okay. Ngekathi sisiqala i-definition of an integral in calculus 2. Hey. Integral, when you are defining an integral, what is an integral? How do you start defining integral? Yeah, area of the graph, yes, indeed. But we want you to use both the terms, sum, integral. Describe what an integral is. Integral is the limit of a sum. So the limit of a sum, if I put the limit, if I say the limit of a sum as n goes to infinity, this becomes an integral automatically. Integral is just simply a limit of a sum, but it's fine. We're not there. We're still gonna see what limit is on kanjani. So if we are going to find the integral last, so the integral of uban or f of x dx, right? From which endpoint? From x is equals to 1. And show n works no x, they are kind of the same thing, right? This is the same thing. We are trying to say n works is our variable that we are changing from 1 to infinity. Actually, here we are adding n terms, or we are adding terms from term 1 until term infinity. The integral, we're going to compute it from 1 until infinity. So this means this is the integral from 1 until infinity of f of x wethu, which we extracted from from an. Because an is our sequence. We can convert our sequence into a function by simply replacing n with what? With x. So because I still remember we did plot on a Cartesian plane to say you can plot this on a Cartesian plane. How does convergence work? Do you still remember saying wait, yo, see, when we are having a convergent sum, we have our sum rising towards a certain value which serves as an asymptote. Yes, it means that they are functions, these things. So, if you try to find the integral of 1 over x squared plus 1 dx, then you can be able to do what? You can be able to solve this, right? But again, this is an integral until infinite. How do we deal with an integral until infinite? Still an integral if you have infinite upper bounds. Siyam substitute in infinity la? No. Singenza kanjani? How do we get to infinite? Did you do ama infinite integrals in calculus too? I know you didn't do them, unfortunately. Introduce one variable t, right? So you introduce a variable t because I told you see, ama integrals nama sum they work together, but they are connected by a limit. Sayabona nje leyo nto. So the integral lena, since you are computing an integral of a sum to infinity, you can use the limit of a variable t as that variable goes towards infinity. You are still adding variables until infinity. But this integral is moving from 1 to t. So when the land look, you are simplifying your integral because infinite is not a finite number. But t, you can replace infinity with a t. And then leo t approximates to infinity. So t is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So it means you can be able to evaluate a limit as t becomes bigger. But you would have a finite value of t. Because a limit who is what you see evaluates. If you are given something like t squared plus 3, and I say give me the limit as t goes to infinity, it is very easy to evaluate this. So if it happens the solution is solution integral, you can just say this is the same thing as saying the integral. Okay, but it's fine. Let's not complicate things. But in simple terms, you replace infinity with a variable t. Then you approximate the variable t until infinity because t wethu lapha umele infinite. So you must keep on increasing the variable t. But lo t lona, it allows you to be able to evaluate integral yakho using upper bound t and lower bound u1. U1 lona, the lower bound lesiyithatha, it is the first term that we started with. Sayibona ngisho, where we are starting to add ama terms wethu. So this is 1 over x squared plus 1 dx. Evaluate this limit, or let's evaluate the integral first, the inner integral, then you can evaluate the limit. 1 over x squared plus 1, mangathi ngiyabuza. How can you solve that integral? In substitution method. In Lin. If it's lin, if you say ln of x squared plus 1 and you differentiate this, you are not going to get that. Definitely not. If you differentiate this, you're going to get 2x over x squared plus 1. It won't be the same as that one. So it cannot be ln. It could only be ln if this was raised to the power of 1. Yini esingayenza? Keep negative 1. U substitution. Ngicane ngipho u la wathi u substitution. We use x squared plus 1. X plus 1. Alright? Senimplemente 1. X squared plus 1. Alright? And then, oh, this is let u be this, right? And then, substitute to u. Okay. Shows you must also change the bound, right? Okay, so change the number bound. Lower bound yet switch kanjani? Lower bound yet says about ban. What is going to be our lower bound? Don't remember you calculus 2 recently, just a couple of months ago, you were doing calculus 2. How to express lower in terms of u? Well, this is going to be 1 squared plus 1 angisho. Yes, you substitute this where there is x, because this is an integral of x. You are converting to the integral of u. Alright, so you're going to get to 2. Alright, and then the upper bound here, what is the upper bound that you get there? 2 squared plus 1. 2 squared plus 1. Kanji? Will you still be able to evaluate out of it? I thought this one is going to be an easy one, Jay. And it's like this is other things are identities. Okay, if you take this route, I wonder where will it get you? I wonder. I really wonder. It's going to give you ln of t squared plus 1 minus ln of 2, which is going to be, yeah. You're going to get ln t squared plus 1 minus ln 2. Try to use this method. You must get the same solution though as us. But this is an identity already. It has already been derived already. So there is no need for you to go through the root your calculator pants. So as the derivative of arctan. This is arctan again. Arctan x is equal to 1 over x squared plus 1. So the integral of this would give you tan inverse x. So basically here, the arctan, this is going to be limit as t goes to infinity of arctan x from 1 to t. And then you evaluate there. So the first value that you're going to have there for your integral is going to be it's going to be tan. Okay, there's still a limit there. Limit is right? So this is going to be the limit as t goes to infinity of arctan of t minus arctan of 1. Do we see it? You just substitute the upper bound and the lower bound. Okay. Now you need to do your limit here. The limit as t approaches infinity of arctan t minus the limit as t approaches infinity of arctan 1. Kahle la umuntu usuke nje sehlula i-integral kuphela. Hayi ngoba akazi. Because the most of the part of this is to solve integral. So if you solve the integral line, as t becomes bigger in an arctan, what happens? As t approaches infinity with arctan. Arctan. Or should I show you the graph of arctan first so that you know what it approaches? As t becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. The approach is ubani? Pi over 2 9 angisho. Hey, maningi ngicingele igraph yakhona. Maybe it's better visualize this thing. Arctan X. Okay, I will just go to my browser and look for the graph showing Arctan. How does it look like? Nibosebenzisa amalodijana ama-PC wenu for izinto ezibalulekile. Please use them for important things. Instead of ama-move ungafaka uGeogebra. You can plot those functions, especially njengoba ama multivariable functions. You can plot the functions and see the effect of changing one variable and visualize it. But-ke nina ngoba nifuna ukuthi ama-PC wenu agcwale ezinye izinto ezingenasidingo ezo-Netflix. Ngizoyikhatha le part. This is a public video. Wazothi I'm shaming Netflix. All right, this is Arctan X. This is the function Arctan X. Siyabona ngisho. Do you see that Arctan X, it exists between a range of pi over 2 nobani no negative pi over 2. So Arctan X, if the numbers become bigger and bigger as x goes to infinity, it approaches ubani pi over 2. Siyabona leyo nto. So it approaches pi over 2. So that is its asymptote, or that is its that's its horizontal asymptote. So lapha is, since we are having the limit as t approaches infinity, in this case our independent variable t angisho. So as t becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, it means we are approaching greater values along the horizontal axis. We realize the function arctan of t is approaching ubani, is approaching pi over 2. But it will never get to ubani to pi over 2. It's an asymptote. So that limit is just going to give you ubani pi over 2. Saibo. Limit of arctan 1. Arctan 1, is it going to be a constant? No, it's going to be a changing thing. Arctan of 1. Constant angisho. What value of the angle that should potential arctan is the inverse of tan angisho. If we say tan of whatever value, we must get 1. What value must be put here to get 1? 45 degrees angisho. Yes, tan of 45 degrees is equal to 1. So the arctan of 1 is equal to 45 degrees. But now we use radians, right? Yeah. So arctan of 1 is going to be 45 degrees, which corresponds to pi over 4 radians, right? Yes. So this is going to be pi over 4 radians. And then pi over 2 minus pi over 4. This is like 1 over 2 pi minus 1 over 4 pi. So no ban. No pi over 4 angisho. Yes, 1 over 2 pi minus 1 over 4 pi. It's like half minus a quarter. You must get to ban a quarter, pi over 4. Now, let's go to conclusion. You have done integral test yakho. You now don't know what should you conclude on. What does integral test tell you about? But I'll just write it here in a box and say the integral test from 1 to infinity of f of x dx. If it happens that your integral is giving us, it is converging, or integral, it can converge. Hey, we need to know about converging integrals. When we say integral can converge, it simply means that the sum converges. The sum of the areas. An integral represents the area under a curve. Yes, so it means that the area under a curve keeps on becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. It's kind of, graph is something like this. Graph is something like this. Now, it must be a decreasing function, by the way. Kanjen. So my decrease at this area, you can keep on adding the area and adding it as n goes to infinity or as x goes to infinity. But the area could become smaller and smaller such that you can add area in such a way that your integral converges. I'm sure your integral is the area, right? Yeah. So the area converges to a certain value. So this, we have got a converging integral. Then we have got a diverging integral. So if integral is giving you a finite value, it means that the integral is what? Is converging. If you get a finite number, no matter finite value. So if you get a finite number, it means that the integral converges. Integral yakho converge, meaning that the sum also is also going to converge now. Now, so if you find a finite number more integral yakho, you're gonna say that the integral converges. And also the sum, also meaning that the sum of an is also converging now. So lezo zinto eziwu-2. So if your integral gives you a number, a finite, mhlambe u2, u3, u4, 100, whatever number, as long as it's not infinity, you are going to say that your thing is converging. So your integral is converging. And if the integral is converging, then the sum, actually remember, see, the integral test, we employed it. Before we go to an integral, we say it was our general term. We are treating it as a what? As a function. So yonke the effort learner, we want to try to get back to the series. This one, to say, is it convergent or is not convergent, it's divergent. So if it happens to your integral of f of x dx gives you a finite number, your f of x came from an, the sum. So it's not disconnect, this is still the same thing. So if the integral converges, meaning that the area, it is converging to a certain value, a finite number, then we say that integral like converge. And the sum will also converge now. Because the sum and the integral, they kind of act the same way. Because the integral is actually a limit of a sum. That's why it is very important for you guys to know the relationship between an integral and a limit and a sum. Those three things. Integral, limit, and sum. If it happens that your integral from 1 to infinity of f of x dx is an infinite, maybe negative, no positive infinity, then you say that integral diverge. So here integral diverges, right? Because your integral is not reaching a certain value. Yeah. Imagine this, if you're having a function f of x, a single variable function that is increasing, it means as x goes to infinity, this area under the curve keeps on becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So the integral is becoming bigger and bigger uncontrollably. So it's a divergent integral. Integral. The integral represents the area. So if it happens that your function is increasing, the area under the curve, this area, it keeps on increasing because we are not stopping. We are correcting with your sum. Your area becomes bigger and bigger and bigger uncontrollably. So it's becoming a cumulative area. So if the area keeps on becoming bigger and bigger, the integral, since it represents the area, the integral it becomes bigger and bigger. It becomes infinite. Means your integral is diverging. So the sum that is making up your integral, it is doing what? It is also diverging now. So it means that the sum of an is also divergent as well. So that's how you use integral test. So now, for this particular problem, pi over 4 is the integral. Is this going to be a convergent integral, no a divergent one? The integral is now in convergent, no divergent. Convergent again, because we are finding a finite number of pi over 4. Should see the area under this curve, it is growing towards pi over 4, and it will never pass pi over 4. So the integral converges. So this also means the series that I had at first, this series is 1 over n squared, n squared plus 1. It also converges. Yes. So integral test, you convert your an into a function, because each general term can be expressed on an x and y Cartesian plane. You replace n with x, and then you find the integral from the minimum starting value. In this case, we started with term 1 until infinite. You evaluate integral. What's whole number finite converges. So now my limitations again for your integral test. Ngendlela esibone ngayo siyawona if your function is increasing, then it means we cannot use the okay, if we want to use integral test guys, we really need a decreasing function. Yeah, preferably we need a decreasing function, because if function decreases, we already see area corner is going towards a finite number, right? So we'll need a decreasing function. It must be continuous. Now my conditions to use. So when you want to use an integral test, it must be a continuous function f of x for x is greater than 1, for x is greater than or equal to 1. And next thing, it must be a decreasing function. So f of x must be a decreasing function. And yeah, it must be decreasing also in the same interval. So from 1 to infinity, your function must be decreasing. Otherwise, you cannot really get the sum. If it's increasing function, the area becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. So that is divergent. You cannot be able to find the sum there. But you can only test whether it's convergent or divergent. Yes, or other Leon Tangish. Is it understandable? Yes. All right, now a problem from your tutorial. All right. How can we try and compute this? How can we try? Nine. Determine whether it's convergent or divergent. That's the question. Singayenza kanjani? Uyini singakwenza? What can we do? Test in. Senza kanjani? Integral test angisho. Okay. First of all, your integral must be easy to solve, number one. Mawuzobona ukuthi wena awukwazi ukusolve integral, please don't attempt. Try to see the minimum possible methods that you can do besides integral test. If you are having problems with integrals. But Mina, what am I saying, Mina? As a former calculus 2 student, you must know how to work with my integrals. You will still work with my integrals. This year, you're going to do it double integral. So there is no way of bypassing this thing, the integral. So Lana, this one is an integrable function. If you can make, this is the value of an, this is your an. Let's make it an integrable function, f of x given by 1 over x ln x. Where there is k, I'm going to replace with x to make this a function along the x and y axis. So I send the integral is from 1 to 1. From 1 to 1 to infinity of 1 over x ln x, right? So dx la. Let's solve this integrally. Okay, remember it's an integral to infinity. We introduce a variable t that will go towards infinity. And we make sure we position t to direct no infinity corner. We just want this to be able to have a proper upper bound. Then lower upper bound, we are going to approximate it until infinity. So this is from what? From 1 of 1 over x ln x dx. Now do your beautiful techniques and give us the answer here. What's the best way of evaluating the integral? in u substitution. Okay, what is going to be your u if you're going to do u substitution? U will be what? Ln x, right? So u is ln x. So let me just rewrite it again so that abanye bazobona ukuthi where is the u substitution coming from? Integral from 1 to t of 1 over x times 1 over ln x. Kanje. Why ngibhale ngale ndlela? It makes it simpler for you to see. I'm sure this is the same thing angisho. Yeah. It makes it simpler for you to see ukuthi you can get one part by deriving another. Sayabona ngisho. Yeah. You can get to 1 over x by deriving ubani? Ln x. So you can apply in lapho u substitution. That's how you identify u substitution. So if you let u abe ln x, then du dx must be equal to 1 over x, right? So the derivative of ln x with respect to x will be 1 over x. So lapha la kuno 1 over x, you're gonna put ubani du dx, right? Or you can just cross multiply dx umfake ngalen, it's the same thing. And then now, what else do we need to change lapha? This is a bounded integral. Yini enye kumele siyenze? Change the bounds angisho. So we must change the upper bound, change the lower bound, and make them in terms of u. Because lama bounds is now they're in terms of man, in terms of x. That's why not dx lapha. It's an integral of x. So they are in terms of x. So now we must convert them to be in terms of u. So in terms of u, obviously, our lower bound, how does u relate to x? Equation yakho nithini? U is equals to ln x. So u urelate kanjani no x? U is equals to ln x. So leya bound la bound kabani? Ka x. Ngamanye amazwi, when you are seeing this bound ethi1, this is the same thing as saying ukuthini? X is equals to 1. Sayabona ngisho leyo nto. This is the same thing as saying ukuthi x is equals to t. Sayabona leyo nto angisho. Yeah, so the bounds are the bounds of x in that context lapha. So ilower bound yethu ke lapho izoba ubani? The lower bound in terms of u will be u is equals to ln of bani? Ln of 1. Sayabona leyo nto angisho. And then the upper bound in terms of x, in terms of u njalo will be what? Ln of t. So it means we can restructure our integral as we used to do in your first year level. So therefore, to solve that integral, as qhubeke ngayo la sithi integral from 1 to infinity of f of x dx is giving us the limit as t approaches infinity of the integral. The lower bound sekuwubani? Sekuwu-ln 1 angisho. Because we are now using ama-bounds ka-u, not ka-x. And so we are transforming our integral from u to bani, or from x to u. So you transform everything from expression to bounds. So ama-bounds wethu, this is now going to be the lower bound. U is equals to ln of 1. That's the lower bound. But mina mangiyibhala la, I'm going to just write ln of 1. Upper bound, I'm just going to write ln of t. And then the expression yami angizokubuyisa u-x manje, sengizobuyisa everything in terms of bani, in terms of u. U1 over x in terms of u, it is du dx. Sayibona ngisho. It is du dx. And then the other one, u1 over ln x in terms of u so to bani, 1 over u angisho. Where there is ln x, we're just going to replace with bani, u. So this is times 1 over u, but there's another dx there. Sayabona dx omunye. There's another dx here. Lo 1 over x will replace with du dx. Is this one. Bese lo ln x will replace with u. Because remember, we're transforming our integral to be a u integral rather than an x integral. So automatically lana dx and dx will fall off angisho. Such that kahle la you've got u1 over u du pen. Sayibona ngisho. So ngicela ukubhala kanjalo mina ngithi this is 1 over u du. Evaluate this integral then. What is this integral? 1 over u du. ln u is, so that's going to be ln u from uban ln 1 to ln t. But ln usually I like to use a ln of u with an absolute value sign there for reasons that are very crucial. Okay, so this is going to give us, remember with u ln, i-domain ka-ln is always x is greater than ubani than 0. Siyakwazi lokho angisho. Should see the argument eka-ln must never be a what? A negative number. You guys know that from calculus 1. So when I'm saying ln absolute value of u, and absolute value, it's because whatever value of u that's gonna put here, it must be what? Positive. So this is gonna be the limit as t approaches infinity of ln of no u. Can I show this is an integral of u du angisho. So where there was u, I'm going to put ubani ln t. So where there is u, I put ln t minus the lower bound, which is ubani ln 1 kanje. I won't spread the limit. As well, you must expand the limits and get a but you guys will do it. Let's just evaluate it. A limit as t approaches infinity of ln t. What is the limit of ln t as t approaches infinity? Says the ln function got. Masegmele ngikhombise now. Says ln function. Yeah, it's a natural log, Kangish. So here it's a ln function composed into another ln function. Yes, you won't have time to plot izinto laphaya, I know. But intekumele uyazi, ezinye izinto they are basic and they are elementary. You must know them from first year. You cannot tell me with as t goes to infinity, you don't know what happens to cos. Cos alternates. You must just know it natural. Because it's a concept from calculus calculus 1. So you must know it even without numbers or graphs. But because I want you guys to see, this graph is a graph of ln x. So as x becomes bigger, the y value also becomes big. So as x becomes bigger, the value of y also becomes bigger. So this limit as x goes to infinity is equal to what is the limit as x goes to infinity la? Infinity, because the number keeps on growing now. Yeah. The y value keeps on becoming bigger. There is no asymptote here. So a graph will continue going high and high and high as the value of x increases. It's something that you cannot do it because you don't have calculators in your exam. Bear in mind, you don't have calculators in your exam. So what does this mean? It means you must know as is elementary, such as ln, how does it behave? It's a natural log. It behaves this way. So this will give us infinite. Really, whatever that follows doesn't really matter. It's insignificant because negative ln 1, ln of 1, it has a value, right? Is it 0? All right. So ln of 1 is 0 there. So this integral, the integral of f of x dx from 1 to infinity is infinite. Your area, because integral is the area. So your area under the curve of f of x keeps on becoming bigger and bigger and bigger without stop. So sesobuka ke thina uthi lelo tunjani le function le, remember uthi we made it from a series from a sequence from a general term an. So thina we did all of this so that we can do what? We can try to determine uthi layer general sum layer, is it going to converge noma diverge? So le integral yenzani yona yona iya diverge angisho. The area still becomes bigger and bigger. So this is a converging integral, diverging integral, all right? And then since this is a divergent integral, it means that the sum which made the integral yet, which was 1 over k ln k, from k is equals to 1 to infinity, is also going to be divergent. It keeps on becoming bigger and bigger. Because even if you use a calculator here, or you won't have calculators as ikhohle lento engisho. Sayibona ngisho. Yeah. So let's try to attempt now. I wanted to introduce integral test before we can attempt le problem le elethwe umfundi. Xa sikhona umfowethu osilethele i-problem esingayisolvanga. Twabasebenzisa i-comparison test lapha ngisho. Okay, let's try to see if we can use the integral test. Konje ngiyisave le nkinga lena, it was somewhere here. Let me look for it. This one, right? This is the problem, right? Yeah. I think now that I've introduced integral test, let's attempt it now. Siniyeza space sayo, see attempt. Now, right. So it's the ln of 2 plus cos k times 1 over square root of k plus 1 divided by that and that and that. All right, how do we solve that? Can you try to use integral test? Nayi first hint, split the two terms of the numerator using this common denominator of square root of bani, k plus 1. That is the first hint that I gave people to make things easier. I wanted to introduce first integral test because I know it's the integral test. One way or the other, it must work. Because number one, this one must be a decreasing function. Then, let's see. Naganjan, it must be a decreasing function. Naganjan, it must be a decreasing function. I don't know, you can do some tests to prove that. But I definitely think it is a decreasing function. So you can do integral test on this one. And this is continuous. There's no breaks here. I don't think anything can break. Do you have anything do you have any value of k defined? If we are moving from k is equals to 1 to infinity, ikhona any value ka k engenza ukuthi i-function yethu defined, ingabi continuous? Ayikho. Like from 1 until infinity, if you substitute any value there, you're gonna get a finite number. So your function is continuous, is defined everywhere. So you can try to use integral test. Now, the thing is, can you do the integral test? I want to hear, can people integrate? Will you be able to integrate this combination S9? Singakwazi we integrator. Hey, but ngiyazibuza sothatha isikhathi esingakanani lento engicabanga. Can you be able to integrate that? I come up with an integration by parts in. Didn't you do integration by parts? Do you do you did integration by parts? Let's see, integration by parts, use substitution. Yeah, around there, we can work around something like that. What's the idea? Can you be able to integrate lokhu kodwa? How? Lokhu ke khona? Hayi, angazi ke mina singenzeni. Try, catch. Try to integrate this. Can you be able to integrate it? Noma aswazi. Anyone with an idea, how can we integrate this? I'm proposing integral test. I'm not sure if it will work or not, but from the look of things, I think it will work. I think. So my ngaphumi ngangibethele. Ngiyacabanga. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you evaluate these as independent integrals. Some integrals, they are additive, right? So if you do the integral of this and the integral of this, if you are adding two sums, if this one is convergent and this one is convergent, then the total sum will also be convergent. That's one of the laws. So if you can do integral of this, you find the convergence alone. You do integral of this, you find the convergence alone. If you are adding two convergent series, you must get a what? A convergent series, which is the original one. Yeah. Yeah. Hayi cha makuyisum vele asho la uyawahlanganisa la like lesifunayo kahle kahle is a combination of both. We cannot have convergent by divergent plus divergent is gonna be convergent. No, akwazi because le divergeayo asikwazi ukudetermine isum yayo because iyakhula ilokhu iyakhula ngisho. That's what divergent mean. Le convergeayo it is converging to a certain value. So you cannot add something that is converging to a certain value plus something that is not converging at all. Elokhu ikhula njalo. So they must all be convergent for you to be able to add them together. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oh, solver len. Asiqaleni ngale. Integral of 2 over square root of x plus 1 dx. And you remember we just replace k with x there. From what? From k is equals to 1. Remember the bounds are maintained here to infinity. K is equals to 1 to infinity there. So this is from 1 to infinity as well. Okay? As I share. Okay, mana ngibhale as a limit. Limit as t goes to infinity of the integral from 1 to infinity from 1 to t of 2 over square root of x plus 1 and then dx. Hayi, asizwe ithini u substitution noma by parts? Yeah, u substitution. Sawuthi yakwazi ukusebenzisa substitution lapha. Yes. If this is u wethu and we differentiate this part engaphakathi, this is x raised to the power of 1 ngisho. So this is like 1 this will give us a constant ahle maso derive, and into esinayo la ngaphandle is also a constant, so you can do your substitution there. Please guys do all these, revise calculus 2 wakho because at this point you need it. So let u be equals to 1 x plus 1, right? Such that u du dx is equals to 1. Sayabona leyo nto ngisho. Yeah. So lana njengoba sino 2 phezulu. Lo 2 singamkhiphela ngaphandle as constant ngisho. We can just write this as u2 always be a constant, even the limit it can bypass it. Yele. So u2 ngamqala ngayo ngithi 2 times the limit as t goes to infinity of the integral from 1 to t of 1 over the square root of x plus 1 dx. Ngibhala kabusha so that you see that the 2 can just be factored out, sale no 1. So u1 is equals to du dx. Hey, my PC is not charging anymore la. U1 way to stay is equals to du dx angisho. So where there is 1, you are just going to put 1 with du dx, and then the dx will cancel. Uzosala nobani phezulu or du. So cool with converting that. What about our bounds? Can you convert the lower bound and the upper bound? Lower bound yethu uzoba ubani? Uzoba u2 angisho, which will be 1 plus 1. Remember, you're just taking the lower bound of x, you substitute it here to find the lower bound of u. And then your upper bound yethu uzoba ubani? So 2t plus 1 angisho. You just take that value, this is the value of x, you substitute it here, t plus 1 now. So you have your upper bound, you have your lower bound, perfect, crystal clear. Now let's remake integral yethu. Hey, what is the integral of, let's just say integral of f of x dx here from 1 to infinity is given by 2 times the limit as t goes to infinity of the integral of asishintsheni beka u. So ano 2 lana ngisho. Sibe no t plus 1 on top. Bese sibe no 1 over square root u du. Sayabona leyo nto ngisho. Yeah, use substitution is now easy guys. You guys are former calculus 2 students. Now, asi evaluate ke iloto njani i-integral yethu. Square root of u is like saying u to the power of 1 over 2, right? And it's in the denominator, by the way, low u to the power 1 over 2. So when you bring it up, it's u to the power of minus 1 over 2. And to integrate that, you just oppose the power rule. You add 1 in the exponent, you divide by the new exponent. Kanje. So u to the power minus half plus 1, so solubani. U to the power half, angisho. Yes, so this will be 2 times the limit as t goes to infinity of u to the power of 1 over 2 over ban minus half plus 1, so solubani. So solu half for positive, angisho. Yes, so this is like over 1 over 2, which can be the same thing as writing u2u to the power of 1 over 2. Yeah. So this is your integral. You have evaluated it using your calculus 2 ways. And then the bounds is from 2 to bani to t plus 1. And then again now, to finally solve the integral from 1 to infinity of f of x dx, then this will be equals to 2 times the limit as t goes to infinity of ban of 2 into t plus 1 angisho to the power of 1 over 2, right? You substitute the upper bound like no u call minus 2 times 2 to the power half. All right, let's now do the analysis here. When we do the analysis, what happens? 2 times this t lo is it increasing? Is it okay? Loyalty loya. As t goes to infinity, what happens? What happens as t becomes bigger and bigger? Yeah. Yeah. As t becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, what happens to that? It also becomes bigger and bigger. Yes. So this is actually going to infinity as well, because as t becomes bigger, we are also going to infinity. So this is like saying 2 into infinity. Where? Yes, lastly, integral test. So this is supposedly going to diverge. Does the solution say that for real? Cha, it's integral test ayizukwazi usebe. Ingakho ngithe I was speculating to say what if you do integral test? If you do your integral test and you find the infinity, well, this integral is diverging indeed, but it's not really that much reliable for us to be able to say their sum is also divergent. But yeah, my notes here says it's divergent, mind you. But hey, integral test, if the integral converges, then the sum also converges. If the integral diverges, then the sum also diverges. But I think it's more preferable to use integral test when it's a decreasing function, definitely. But if your solution that you get from your lecturer is converging, then it means this one is supposedly wrong. It was diverging. Oh, I should say correcting. Man. None is correct, none is wrong. All right. So let me give you how to conclude here. So since you found the integral of f of x dx, remember the f of x, we took it from which portion? We took it from this series, Angish. Now the series is near f of x weight. So this is diverging. So we can say that this sum of 2 over square root of k plus 1, it does what? It diverges, right? Why does it diverge? Because integral got 2 over square root of x plus 1 dx. It does what? It diverges, Angish. So integral yellow is diverging. So if the integral is diverging, then this is also diverging as well. And remember, into esiyifunayo at the end of the day, it consisting of this part and this part angisho. And mina ngitheni, you cannot say divergent series plus divergent series you get convergent. Impossible. You cannot say a divergent series, or cannot say convergent plus divergent and then you get convergent or something. No. You cannot add ama-series angafani. Siyabonga? Basically, each divergent series doesn't have a sum. Shows it if this part doesn't have a sum, even lena nanoma converge, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Even if this converges, it doesn't matter. We are just going to say, okay, therefore, this sum, since one part of the sum, I'm sure we're doing our partial sums here. Since one part of the sum is diverging, then the other part doesn't matter. Whether it's converging or not, this entire combination will also be diverging. So the main point here of this problem is ukuhlukanisa lama parts, because if ungahlukanisi lama parts, you won't be able to see two parts. This part is easier to analyze. This one is complex. You'd either use another integration by parts or something. Very hard to evaluate then. But this one is very easy. Since we evaluate here, with integral yayo gives us infinity. Like this integral is a divergent integral because we found infinity when we computed integral. So since the integral was infinity, the portion diverge. Then the entire sum, which is what we were asked, is also diverging as well. Justified. So the integral test can always work for you then. Yeah, because my notes are saying that. I'm referring to these notes. They are saying that I was just wondering whether the solution that you got using abo comparison test and something, diverge and converge. So yeah, according to this cheat sheet that I'm having, it does work. All right.